Now, Scott Morrison has also said that he's going to explain his climate policies to Australians before he will explain it to international elites at the upcoming Glasgow conference. That's where he's expected to announce that Australia is signing up to a net zero target. I think the crowd in Scotland, which will be much more welcoming of a net zero policy than many Australians and many within his party, who going to look at their electorates, Rowan, and see people who are going to lose their jobs, people who are going to have bigger electricity bills. How do you see this pivot from the Prime Minister, and how's he going to sell this to the faithful?
A huge mistake. The reality is Scott Morrison can try and explain whatever he wants to the Australian public, but the Australian public voted in a climate change election in 2019. I quote Christina Keneally on that. I quote the Greens on that, and the Liberal Party themselves. It was a climate change election in which those pushing for net zero or even less, 45% was Labor's policy, cuts to emissions. The Australian electorate rejected that soundly, and the Liberal Party won on the basis of not cutting emissions beyond 26 to 28%. So this is a massive betrayal. If you go to zero, from 28% to zero, to 100%, that is a massive betrayal of the quiet Australians who voted for Scott Morrison in. Well, may he explain it, because there ain't no explanation that'll satisfy me, that's for sure.
Teena, is there any chance that this net zero announcement won't happen? A lot of people are saying after the Treasurer's comments that it's done deal. But is it something that's still being debated within the party, or are we just waiting for the inevitable?
No, it's something still being strongly debated, Rita, and it wasn't just last election. You go back to 2010 that we nearly won. Well, we really did, but we didn't. 2013, 2016, every election, it's a distinct line between ourselves and Labor. Why neutralise the argument? Why have the same policy as Labor? It's ridiculous. It's a strong selling point for the coalition, and I know those debates are going on. I know Angus Taylor is always saying technology, not taxes. So let's just wait and see what explaining the Prime Minister does to us. But he's right to say he must explain it to his people, to this country, before he starts blabbing overseas about policy. So let's see what happens. It's a work in progress, Rita.